In what could be one of the greatest comeback stories in sports, Tiger Woods won his 5th green jacket at the Masters on Sunday. This was Woods' first major championship win in 11 years and his 15th overall. Woods won his first Masters 22 years ago when he was 21 years old. After a 10-year drought filled with injuries and off-course drama, I asked our golf experts, Christian Carme and David Flynt, is Tiger Woods officially back? But before we get to that, David, who underperformed?
I don't know how you can't say Rory McIlroy here. He made the cut barely, and then you never heard his name on the weekend. Never saw any camera shots of him. Didn't even hear his name for a bad reason, like blowing up an 80 like he did that one time on Sunday at the Masters. It's better when your name is being said, even if you're playing poorly, than if it's not being said at all, especially if you're a player of his stature. And he just was a non-factor all week, essentially.
And he came in hot. Yeah, I mean, he came in hot. He was having great weeks up until then. He was the perpetual favorite. We all thought Rory McIlroy was going to finally break through after that 2011 slump. It just didn't happen. It's unbelievable.
Yeah. So now, Christian, who exceeded expectations for you?
So I said Xander Schauffele. He finished tied for second. Who saw that coming? He played unbelievable all week. Also, shout out to Patrick Cantley, barely making the cut at +2. Made it all the way to on a -14 run to -12. That's pretty impressive.
Certainly is, and both those names you mentioned are worthy of that distinction, but Ian Poulter, been around a while, but has always had the reputation of being a great Ryder Cup player who doesn't play well in the majors. Yeah, he ended up only tied for 12th, but that's an automatic invite back next year. Played with Tiger on Saturday. Tiger only beat him by 1 stroke. He basically played it like a match play round against Tiger and almost tied him. So when you do that against Tiger, who eventually won the tournament, and, well, he's Tiger, you've done a great job, and Ian Poulter should be very proud of the way he played this week.
Definitely. And now let's talk the story everyone wants to know. David, what is your biggest takeaway from the Masters?
Do I even need to say it?
I don't think anyone needs to say it for that matter, but go ahead. The floor is yours.
Tiger won. He's back. He's healthy. And the generation of players that is now up that grew up idolizing him now knows what it feels like to be beaten by him. And that's a wonderful thing for the game of golf.
Yes, this is one of the best comeback stories in the history of sports, not just golf, of sports.
No question.
Other than 1986 when Jack won his last Masters, this was probably the best Masters we've ever seen. Talk about Tiger's 43 years old.
Yeah.
It's been 10 years or 11 years since he's won a major championship, and I don't think he's done. So he won this Masters. The next two majors, PGA Championship, where Bethpage Black, where he won last time.
Yep.
In May, U.S. Open at Pebble Beach, where he had arguably the most dominant win ever. He won it at -12. The next closest player was at +3, a 15-stroke lead.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just the stars are aligning.
Any more takeaways other than Tiger, though?
I mean, it was unfortunate for Molinari. I mean, we saw coming down the 11th, right? So Koepka and Poulter both put it in the water on 12. Everyone saw that, right? And he goes up there, and the wind. He just didn't count for the wind, puts it in the water on 12, Tiger sticks it. Unbelievable.
Yeah. And I think another big takeaway is everybody on the leaderboard with the back 9 to go. There were 10 guys that could have won that tournament.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. Well, our tea time is up, but don't go away. Up next, Matt will be joined at the lounge by Emmanuel Taube, Drew Gentry, and special guest, former Elon student body president Kenneth Brown Jr., to break down Elon men's and women's basketball.